If you wanna be my love, boy, gotta take it slow. If you wanna be my love, I'll show you what you wanna know. If you wanna be my love, boy, gotta take it slow. If you wanna be my love, I'll show you what you wanna know.
I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil, let him let it loose. invincible, unbreakable, unbeatable, undefeatable, I'm invincible. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil, let him let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal, I never lose. I'm bulletproof. Safety nets are overrated, yeah. If you make one, you will fall. Too much of a temptation, yeah. There's a comfort in the crawl. Now I've been on my feet too long. I know I'm strong, just looking for some solid ground. So I can start to run. I don't wanna be tired, moving so bad, I don't wanna be tired. Feels like it's my time. I don't need your light.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Miles past, turning back, found my track, face the fact, she a cold one. Never gonna settle for none, stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise now, I'm confident opulence isn't a long ride out. When I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always thought the world was a stage, yeah. I celebrate one last late night, my whole life ain't staying.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
I'm headed to LA, headed on my way, I'm headed on my way to LA, headed on my way soon.
Couple thousand miles, throw it on the dash. Shit, 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you, it's silence. Thought I'd have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign, yeah. Had to remind myself why I'm living this life. Look at all the late nights, it'll all come in due time, yeah.
Made for the fight, for the pain and the climb, tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time. I couldn't just lay by and wonder what I could have made mine. I'm closing on the moment, no one's gonna hold me down.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Headed on my way, I'm headed on my way to headed on my way.
You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. Don't just stop it. Doing what you do. When I lay back, holding on to you. Ooh, ooh, feel like something new. Yeah. Got my senses here on overload. All my body is for you to hold. Ooh, 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 feel like something new. Yeah. And I never thought that you got me wanting. Never thought that never thought that ooh. Never thought that never thought that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah. You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. I feel like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, 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 feel like something new. Yeah. And I never thought that got me wanting. Never thought that ooh. Never thought that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah. Feel like something. 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 Feel like something.
We're not the only ones. 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 Days gone. I won't waste another one. Oh, that darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape. Take me back to you. We're not the only ones. 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 We're not the only. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. Heads down, they will watch us shake the ground. Oh, this lightness, it will fill the air around. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape.
And welcome back, everybody, to ESL Challenger Europe. My name's Lucy. Joining me, as always, is Veto. We've got a blockbuster coming up, Brandon. Are you excited for this one?
Yeah, look, it should be a barn burner, to be honest, because you've got Bait, who've just come off the back of playing Blast Bounty against G2, running them quite close, and then at the same time, you've got Spirit Academy, and there's obviously a lot of hype around Spirit Academy, because they're cultivating the next generation of donks, basically. Kiyosuke is unbelievable. He's already got a cult following. All of the people are changing their names to kind of match his on Faceit. It's wild right now, and I've watched them play quite recently. I watched them play the other day in CCT, and they were looking pretty good. A little bit shaky, I think, but that was their first official, coming back after player break. So I think there's a lot to improve on for this team, and obviously by them staying together as a full five, I think they're going to learn a lot, very much like the Spirit of old that have now been promoted into the main roster.
Yeah, and we come into the season. This is obviously an opening game for these two teams here in this group. We're in the stage 1 of ESL Challenger League, so it's a round robin in the group stage. You're seeing those groups appear on your screen as we go through them, but we're in Group C for this one, which has some other interesting teams, such as Zero Tenacity, Rush B, the Iberian Soul team, which is quite an interesting one. Mostly Spanish, but they've got a Portuguese representative as well in Stododo. But yeah, a very interesting group. There you go. You can see all those teams. So I've already had one game play out there with Rush B taking down Arc Red, but it's round robin, so plenty of games to kind of get warmed up into the season going ahead. And for both of these, considering I would probably put them as two of the strongest in the group, this could actually be quite a defining match for the standings at the end of this stage.
Yeah, you'd put Bait, Spirit Academy, and Iberian Soul, to be honest, with the way that they've been playing recently, probably in the top 3. I think Zero Tenacity is always going to be a point of conversation, but when it kind of gets to these tournaments, in the group stages, they do well, and then following on, they just sort of bomb out. It's really weird. We've got Navi Junior in here as well in Group D, so that's another Academy team that has made it through, and they can play in Challenger League, which I think is such invaluable experience for these teams. And of course, we've got the schedule. It isn't just us today. There's also the B stream, and that has got Zero Tenacity taking on Iberian Soul. I watched Iberian Soul play a little bit earlier today, and their structure was really interesting to me. It feels like they've developed an awful lot. Obviously, the Iberian Soul team has got the remnants of Koi mixed in with Alex obviously coming back, trying to prove that his time on NIP doesn't count. And to be honest, their structure looked really good. So I hope an uptick for them. Focusing back on Bait specifically as well. Because obviously they made a change. They got rid of Captain Kirker. They brought in Kenzizor. And Captain Kirker, it felt like he was kind of used as a scapegoat quite a lot in this team. It was sort of, we're the 4 players in MPL, Head Trick, Essential that are going to really develop and push on. Alex 666 really came into form, and it was Captain Kirker, kind of do whatever you want in the team when we watch these games. And I think Kenzizor will add a lot to this team. I think it will just take them a while to build up a little bit.
Yeah, and when like one of your first games is against G2, in the Blast Bounty, it's a tough one to get things started. They almost beat G2 though, right? Like that's a pretty big statement to start your season with. Even if it is a loss, you went the full 3 maps and you almost took the 3rd map. So a good start for them. Obviously not a win, but they might be able to pick one up here. Got the Veto on your screen below. I don't think there's too many big surprises here. The new pick from Spirit Academy, a massive punish against Bait, who have been struggling quite a lot on this map as of late. The Anubis from Bait, were you expecting that to come through?
Kind of. Like they used to play this a fair bit. Obviously haven't played it too much recently. The issue is when you take a look at this Veto, they share the same permaban, so you've got to get rid of Train, really, because Spirit Academy do play Train. We haven't yet seen it, but they've been floating it to the 2nd stage of their map pool pretty much in every Veto. So it makes sense that Bait ban that out. And then you take a look everywhere else, it's like, where do you go? You can't really go Ancient, you're not looking great in it, so Anubis kind of makes sense. Here's our player to watch though, Kiyosuke. you guys know him, but let's just explain a little bit more because he is unbelievable at the game. Donk's favorite duo partner on Face It, a 1.32 rating, but it's the impact that is the most important thing. And it was the impact stat that reminds me quite a lot of Donk because 1.49, this guy sometimes can actually go really quiet in the first half of games, and then it'll end with 25, 30 kills. It is ridiculous how much impact this young man has.
Yeah, it's remarkable, right, that Spirit already kind of brought out one superstar young rifler, and then they're like, hold my beer, I'm going to do it again. Although none of these kids are holding beers, I'll tell you that much. Because 16 years old, and Kisuke is already kind of making the same waves. And you feel like the only reason he's not had the promotion is because Donk already exists. Like, they've already struck gold, and they'll hold on to this guy as long as they can, you feel, and continue to sculpt him until, a suitable opportunity comes up. But for now, he's helped take Spirit Academy to some really strong new heights, and definitely had to be outplayed and watched. You couldn't pick anyone else. But Brandon, if you wanted to pick another player, potentially from the bait side, who I guess you'd put up on as the opposing player to keep an eye on, who would you throw?
Yeah, so of course, Arcadia player to the watch for Spirit Academy is Kiyasuke, and as you say, for bait, if I had to pick one, honestly, even though it's role clashing, I would pick Headtrick, because Headtrick, before, I want to say October, didn't have a negative rating in a match for bait since he joined. And then bait kind of took a downturn in form. They were struggling a little bit, but he can be that guy. Typically, it's Headtrick, it is MPL. These are the guys that we speak about doing really well on this roster. I would watch out for Kenzizor. But the narrative for bait, especially towards the end of 2024, was Essential, Alex666 really needs to raise their level individually to raise the entire floor of this project, the bait outfit that was performing well within the top ranks of Tier 2. And Essential certainly did that. We saw his output as well against G2. And I do think, if we're looking rifle-wise, I'd look out for Essential. But overall for bait, it absolutely has to be Headtrick.
Yeah, I guess I would have said about the same, but let's keep an eye on the players as we get into the server, guys. It's going to be Nuke our first map, Spirit Academy's map choice, so bait will start on that CT side, and we get underway with our first best of 3 for this group, for these teams. Got series of smokes for the T side, and they gather in towards the lobby, so potentially poised for a hit onto this upper side.
There's a lot of util here, isn't there?
Yeah, so many smokes.
It does look like it's going to be this A-pop. Obviously, Robo dropping the top hut molly straight through, but there's MPL, and he gets rid of Kiyasuke immediately. Cypher will at least trade out, but there's so many players here on A. The Glocks need to ring out, and to be fair, they have, but Kenzizor at the back of sight is trying to put up a little bit of damage with Kenzizor, but can't quite do it. MPL now over at main, smoked off again, but he could deny the bomb. There is a chance they get off it. Alcarin spams him right back through, and somehow, some way, Spirit Academy win.
Yeah, a little bit of a messy first side hit there. The utility goes off there. MPL gets that first kill, and it kind of sends the T side into disarray. Kenzio was able to stay alive at the back of sight for so long. I can't believe he even gets that second kill, as he's being pushed from both sides. That almost gives MPL the chance to take the round, but as that smoke goes down, they swing on him, remove him through the smoke, and the pistol goes to the T side.
Semen back in, by the way, is Kiyasuke, if you see his name at the top of the screen. Apparently, that's an anime character from...
It's always anime with these kids.
But it's like a hockey reference? I don't know. Not sure. Essential with the 5-7. Over at ramp, he has got support from MPL. Molly goes deep, nades out, hands busy, but Robo is able to trade, and now MPL needs to slide down the ramp.
And quick switch in. MPL guards the ramp, but Spirit Academy have a lot of options as to where they want to go now. They have a player outside who's slowly taking space. Looks like Cypher's on that duty. They will creep down. MPL will get his chance with the MP9. Does a lot of damage on the Kiyasuke as well. So maybe still a chance for the other 3 CTs, 2 of which have arrived down already. Headtrick with the deagle. And tucked behind the silo, Alex666 lies in wait, looking for his opportunity to strike. Long range, cannot connect. The headshots come through from the rifles. Headtrick has one of his own. But that flank from Cypher arrives. They keep 3 alive against the Force.
Yeah, an interesting round out of Spirit Academy because they take ramp, then they slow things down a little bit, and then they get ready to go. And I think that's the most important thing, because at the end of the day, it didn't matter how many rotations Bait had down there. They were still fighting one by one. You couldn't really swing that if you were head trick too much from down vent. Kenzizor also came over from control room, and Alex666 and himself just couldn't coordinate that swing. And of course you got the AKs just going up against the Deagles. It is one-way traffic, now up against the Eco as well. I like this. You're just leveraging your weaponry, taking deep space outside, long-range rifles. You still got Mokajin and Alkaren holding. Feels like Mokajin was trying to play anti-flash there, but it still works anyway. He gets the kill.
I was looking at the way he was holding. I was like, is he DC'd? Like, it was such
look a bit like that, didn't it?
an interesting way to play anti-flash, right? Because it still felt like he was kind of exposed. But yeah, just trying something new, I guess. That one goes about as expected. Not much there to be done on the eco, but we'll get all the guns out for Bait now. No AWPs fill the feed. You imagine it's going to be a very rifle-focused matchup, just generally. Outside, looking to be where Team Spirit Academy take a lot of the space early. Group of 3 makes their moves. The smokes are going to be landing, and Kisuke just charges through door to get the opener and then falls back.
Yep. He does that a lot. He always goes looking for space very intrusively, and then he'll just disengage, and it makes it just so difficult. In the interim, you have got these players that have cross secret. MPL found one. Kenzizor now goes looking. Gets caught by Robo. Wait, Robo got both?
Yeah.
How did he get both?
MPL must have been playing back towards CT vent.
Well, that's easy now because you can just rotate all your players in towards A. There is a push ramp, but surely that's being accounted for.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you've got Kisuke on low HP just sitting in hut, so he'll be able to catch if anyone does push forward. Well, Kisuke is obviously the star we've hyped up so much, but it's been Robbo who's really provided a lot early here for Team Spirit Academy as he finds his 3rd and somehow still stands with a single point of HP. So it's not just the Kisuke show here.
No. And I think that's the important thing. I mean, Robo's the in-game leader for Team Spirit Academy, and I mean, I've only watched one best of 3 this year, as in casted it, and Robo was really good. Robo was providing a lot of multi-kill moments, and it felt like he was providing a lot of stability. He's not going to be the guy that is actively going to take you space, but at least he'll be there to guarantee the trade. Alcaran's an interesting conversation. That's why I wanted to bring up the head trick sort of moments about how he has been positive for a number of maps in his career whilst being on Bait, because Alcaran is either... He's such a confidence player. If he gets a couple of early kills, if he gets a clutch, for example, he will then go on and completely destroy. He will own the game, no, genuinely, or he runs cold. There's no in-between for this man. And I suppose one more thing I will say about Spirit Academy as well is Sypho, in my opinion, is the 2nd best player on this team. I think the amount of impact Sypho brings, the amount of stability he offers up to this roster to enable Kiyosuke to go for these aggressive picks. The same with Alcaran when he's feeling it. I think Sypho is absolutely fantastic, and he's a very, very underrated component of this outfit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the Spirit Academy podcast brought to you by B-Dog CS. Is there an underscore in there? I'm not sure.
Maybe. I don't know either. I hope not.
It popped up at the start. Anyway, Harvey around the saved M4. But they've already got Kisuke down secret, so they can kind of do what they want here.
I mean, to be honest, it's not only really been the podcast, it's just been the Spirit Academy show. Like, when it comes to the observing, all we're watching is Spirit Academy players because they're the only ones really getting kills. NPL's had a few moments, but that's it. Robo got TikTok brain before he deploys that smoke. Wide, deep, diagonal smokes, and now a flash in towards main, just making the CTs really uncomfortable, but NPL is here.
Yes, chance this could get interesting. Alcaran will find that first kill though, and Cypher is holding for MPL to come up. Alex will find something interesting, and Essentials M4 does get involved, so with that 5-7 they've found a little bit of something special, but then here comes Kiyasuke. Puts it back into even steading. Bomb not down yet, and Hedrick's push being accounted for. That's a key kill. They know Essential is up in the heavens. They can isolate this fight. The bomb enters into the site. Essential's not been given the space. Alcaran will find it in his third in the round.
Yeah, well played from Alcaran. Again, it's these two that come up with the goods. Kiyasuke is so similar to Donk when he first started playing in Spirit Academy, Donk that is, and you'll notice this a lot with Kiyasuke, but I think it's a little bit better actually when Donk was in Spirit Academy. But Kiyasuke will take some really wide fights. His positioning sometimes actually really lets him down, but his aim bails him out. And that was one of the quote-unquote criticisms we had for Donk when he was in the academy. It's like, this guy's so good, he can just go and do anything, and it shouldn't work, but it does because he's just so sharp. MPL, I thought he was near these smokes, but instead he's just in towards main. Spirit Academy are going round them, and through them, and behind them.
Swing comes out, MPL spray doesn't connect, and well, we're a bit more than happy to take that opportunity. Punish that attempt to remove players through the smoke, and Cypher catches off Hedrick, who had the AWP. That's just a head-to-head duel over at the ramp. Spirit Academy are running over bait right now.
Yeah, and now they've got deep outside control as well. I mean, if you just look at the silhouettes through the walls, how are you supposed to deal with this? Cypher is at least being watched currently, but at the same time, Robo's coming up there. So even if you kill one, you will not be ready for the second if they sort of delay their swings on a timing.
Oh, no. Kind of pinned into the bomb site. This is such a weird situation. However, Alex has managed to hold down for 2 from backside, so somehow dealing with both of them, that utility combo is devastating though. 14 HP left, and they're able to brute force their way in. So despite that double on the hold, it's not enough to keep this round in contention. Kind of feels like Beta are setting in a very default setup at the start, and then it's just losing these individual aim duels. And then not being able to find the response afterwards, just kind of sitting back, it feels, and waiting for Spirit to dictate the next play.
Yeah, here's the thing, is Bait are, I suppose, when you're in this position where you've not won Nuke for a long time, to be honest, we said it on the, well, we haven't said it yet, but on the bumper of the broadcast, it said about Bait not winning like 6 games in a row, 6 best-of-3s in a row. Only one of those has been this year, is what I want to say. The other 5 sort of came out the back of player break, and I think where you haven't won Nuke in a while, where you're not sure what to expect, where this team has kind of got the same aura around it, the same community sort of hype, and there's going to be a lot of eyes on this game, and you're right, they're playing really reactive. What I will say is the first stages of that round was brilliant for Spirit Academy. Even though they sort of started peeking outside before the outside smokes were down, Robo made sure that MPL couldn't spam anyone, and then you've got players that are being dynamic. They go in towards Garage. They take the space. Cypher finds that kill on Hedrick over towards Hell as Hedrick's trying to just bail out and trade out MPL at the bare minimum. And then they just completely expand all over this map. You've got no idea where they're coming from. And as soon as Alex666 gets mollied and naded at the back of sight, his teammate wants to help him, throw a smoke on him. As soon as he gives a pixel with his head over, Kiyasuke just headshots him. Like, what can you do? It's not fair.
He's already done secret. He did not stop moving.
The only one being proactive is Kenzizor.
Now he does stop moving. At this stage, you feel like you're expecting Bait to make a move, to go for some sort of aggressive move, because they haven't done that in the first 6 rounds. And so MPL tries that. Now, this is obviously the half buy, so it's not super pivotal in that respect, but You're just anticipating what those next moves are going to be.
It's so flat, isn't it? And as we said, look, this is the only reaction we've had is Kenzizor pushing lobby. Now he's got friends for the first time in this half. But look at this from Sypho. Sypho is holding Spawn.
Oh my goodness. If this happened to me, if I died to Sypho and Spawn here, I'd be like, that is so cringe.
But
like...
this is what I mean. This is he's the glue that holds this roster together, because he'll happily sit in Spawn for the whole round because he's doing his job.
Every team needs those players. Someone's got to power the lights that light up the names of the stars.
I think you've also got a lot of underappreciated names as well that go into the organisation of Spirit. And I think Donk shouted out, quite rightly, Sotvik at the HLTV Awards and said that he taught me an awful lot. And it's no wonder that this Spirit Academy is performing as well, because structurally they're really good. And they play exactly the same way as the old Spirit Academy. And you've got players that have been moulded into this outfit. And I think Sotvik is a very big part of these players' development. I mean, like, what can you do though? Like, this is the in-game leader. This isn't even supposed to be the scary one. You're losing 7-0 on CT side Nuke.
So Kyosuke's in-game name, it says from an anime. Sorry, did you say it was a soft C or a hard C?
I don't know. I didn't. I just read the last bit. I didn't want to try the other bit, to be honest.
So, would you prefer Catman or Seaman?
I imagine it's Kemen, right?
You can say.
I don't know. Can't even say
Anime
Kyosuke
fans.
properly.
Yeah, that's true. No one can agree how to say Kyosuke.
Sensio?
Oh, goodbye. You got a pack of teenagers running you down. What can you do?
There's no util. They just went pure contact. And now Alex666 really needs to get something, and he finds nothing. An up-down approach. MPL will at least find Alcaraz, but he's done his job. He's won his head-to-head against Headtrick. 4v2. You got to save. You got no money. See you later. It's 8-0.
I've barely seen a fair peak in this game. I think the fairest was when two players peeked onto Robo in... in Squeaky, and he killed both of them. The pace of that round was actually brilliant, and especially after Spirit Academy had put so much emphasis on outside in so many of the previous rounds, where they've been going there with multiple members looking for those angels because they know they can win those fights. This time they just accelerate towards ramp. Essential, you feel like he's in a good position to get a kill because they have to run through the gray screen for a minute, but there's so many bodies just charging, and it's the same situation on the fight and control.
Well, even here, look. Flashbang forward for MPL. They've already pre-fired him. They're pre-running him down, and there's a trade.
It's brutal.
No warp. But
this should be R-rated.
The worst thing about that round as well for Essential is he's on an off angle. They didn't even flash. They just swung. They swung through the smoke. There was no molly towards Hell. That came after the kill. So no one had any utility pulled or thrown. It was just AKs. I feel like whenever I look at the left-hand side of my screen, at the HUD, I just see bait on MP9s.
Literally. The gun rounds, I feel like they're over quicker than these rounds.
Now we go back to the slow methodical. Because again, Team Spirit Academy expecting reactions out of bait.
Yeah, this is the round we saw a couple of rounds ago, where Kitsuke just gets down, sits, and they just wait for this response. The response has been that 3 players, no less than 3 players, have come down lowers to deal with this. But just like the previous time they ran this round, it's a wrap outside. At least there will be this push towards Secret, but it's Kyosuke who's in charge of holding down 3 players, and they all charge at once, and you can almost see a lineup. Takes down almost 2 players worth, but Alex and Kenzizor will live, at least for the moment.
What do you do here? I mean, you got Sypho now patrolling outside, just waiting. If he can find anything, this will be massive. But also, you got this fight brewing with Robo. And he will lose his life. There are so many players now just overwhelming ramp. And they find their way towards B. And Sypho is still late game. He can still close this round. Or maybe it can just be Mokajin.
Yeah, it got a little scary there when it got down to 19 seconds left and the bomb's not down yet. As soon as that rifle arrives at single, you think there's maybe a chance here of disrupting that bomb. But Mokajin not only takes down 1, but 2. I think even if he hadn't got the second, you feel the player holding the bomb. I think it was Alcaran at that point. Probably would have been okay to trade. He swapped to the AK just to secure a better weapon if it came down to that 1v1. I mean, what can you even... It's hard to break down this game outside of citing that Bates CT side, it feels very uninspired.
Yeah. We haven't even really seen Headtrick go for anything aggressive.
I don't think I've seen him. And that's not knocking any of the observing. It's just that this has just been
double
Spirit
secret
Academy highlight reel. MPL will find an opening kill. That's the first one.
Oh, I was going to say, I think they saw Kiyosuke. And, well, they did for a moment. There's one more player, Kiyosuke, gets killed in the back. That's the only way you can deal with him. But they're already out A, and they don't know.
Oh. What?
Yeah. I
Dude,
told
that
you.
peak.
I told you. You just got to get him confident, and he will just destroy you.
How fast was that?
It was instant.
There's just nothing... Ken Sizzle did nothing wrong there. Like, there was nothing he could do.
So, Lucy, this is 10-0.
It's been 10 minutes. Anyway, map number 2, Anubis. I actually thought they might pick Ancient, because to me, and maybe I'm just thinking a bit too much of the historic bait of like last year and the year before, but Ancient always felt like their best map and the map that we always saw them do a lot of their best work on. I think that's where we saw them beat G2 just last week. I'm surprised they didn't go there. Do you think that's worrying about, like, they're worried about the strengths for Spirit Academy?
I would not want to play Spirit Academy on Ancient.
Okay. Is there any map you would want to play them on?
No. To be honest, Dust 2 is probably Bait's best chance, but that's a decider. I mean, this is just blistering.
Nothing short of a mauling.
The break between maps is going to be longer than the game. And now we're going A. A complete change of pace again. Mokajin finds the first. Sypho full blind. Look, instant trade. Maybe or maybe not. Because Alex has found 2. He's still got MPL in main. The nade will finish off Alcaran. First time in a while. Or maybe ever. Bait have got a player advantage.
Now, can they convert it into a round? That's the question. The bomb has managed to get down. It's being planted. And Sypho is ready to catch rotations. However... Beta making the right move. They don't have the information on what that A site looks like and what vent looks like, so they avoid that as their entry point to B. It's route through secret, route through ramp. Robo has been good for the multis in these unconventional spots, but this is going to be a difficult one for him to deal with. Central is trying to bait out the movement. Robo falls back. The clock is ticking, so the more they can buy time, the better. And with Sypho finding MPL, it's just these plays at ramp. The Flames land forward. Headtrick will find that kill, and Sypho falls. Finally, Bait breakthrough, but it feels like way too late.
Yeah, Robo. I think Robo got a little bit scared. Like they knew he was there because they spammed. Maybe his shadow was being cast on the wall. I'm not 100% certain, but they put a lot of utility down once they heard his steps. I think Sypho was really banking on the fact that someone would come through main and go towards vent, and he'd just have an easy kill. That didn't happen. But the issue is that the best they can do right now in this first half is just double the score. Got diagonal smokes being lined up by Spirit Academy right now. They just want to fight outside dry and then they'll go. That's nice. That's a line up to break the glaive smoke.
Smokes. Very slow default from Spirit Academy. They're just flexing their ability to take space across the map, get info on these positions. A key frag from MPL. Kiyosike has been removed. There's still a player outside that could cause some problems. Robo is wandering around out there. It's double up towards ramp. Looks like it could be good. Essential falls. Good damage, but not the kill. Hetrix fires off. Misses the chance. He's forced back.
They're not even throwing util. They're not even throwing utility peeking ramp. Look at Robo. You're seeing this be a lot more of a common theme now as well. The in-game leaders, they become the lurkers. And they try and orchestrate around based on the information that they find. Mokajin goes back towards Squeaky. Robo trying to scale heaven right now. Kenzie's all thinking about it, which is why this molly is so useful. Flashbang forward, but a good claim on Alcaren. In a sec, he can go back to holding heaven.
Yeah, a little bit of revenge for Kenzie's the straight peek onto Alcaren. The charge out up the vent comes Alex. 666 fills the feed with 3, and Bait will end the half with 2.
Well, Team Spirit Academy have certainly shown us why they have picked Nuke against Bait. 10-2 on the T side, and, well, they're just looking to end quite quick.
Yeah, so Bait's recent record on this map, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, and 4 rounds.
Yeah.
That makes up 3 of their 4 games, and then one of them, they got 11 against Astralis. I don't know if that
but that's
speaks better to them or Astralis, yeah. Can they get the pistol? They've gotten space. Kisuke lies in wait. Hello? No one looks. Okay, now they look.
Oh, no way.
He was so patient.
Oh, my God, that is so relatable. You let them all go, you're like, haha. And you get cleared by the 4th guy, and then you smash your monitor.
Why?
Kenzizor. Tucked in. Actually, on the Astralis plant, funnily enough. And this crossfire feels really good if you're Bait, or maybe it doesn't. Mokajin and Robo find kills apiece. Cypho was there too for a moment, and suddenly all the kills are coming back in favour of Spirit Academy, and Alcaraz kills the rest. It's 11.
How did they lose that? That was a 5-on-4 with the bomb down, a strong post plant with control. No one for the CTs was coming from ramp. It was basically a single effort through towards control, and they just lost all their engagements.
Yeah. They got a headshot.
They only took down one player in a 5-on-4 post plant.
Yeah. They killed Cypho, who was the 3rd player swinging double doors. You think the Glock's going to excel in that situation, and it just doesn't. And now we're back to a familiar feeling for Bait. Basically no rounds on Nuke, and also just Galils and Tech 9s and rubbish investment.
I have to report Spirit for bullying. Get Darwin on the line. Get him face it banned.
Oh. He's been dinked. He's mortal. They have got down into secret. Next question is, how long can they stay in secret? There's been no rotates yet. Mokajin will finally go and provide a little bit of information at the very least. And, yep, jumps, sees them. And now we can leave and call for support.
Yeah, support's not come quickly. Cypher will now arrive at the ramp, but he's kind of only half committed because he doesn't have anyone covering his back. So it is just going to be Mokajin on the side. He's climbed up behind the silo and now moves onto the railings. The flashbang is good to remove him. A swing attempted, but no kill found. And so Spirit Academy not quite able to hold off Bait taking all this space, and immediately they're calling the save.
Yeah. Don't need to rush it. They didn't really do anything, to be honest, in that round, though. Didn't really get aggressive anywhere. Didn't... It felt like they were quite sluggish, actually. They were like, oh, you're down secret? Oh, okay. Oh, you're planting the bomb? Cool. Enjoy. Have a round. It's on us.
At least 3M4s that survive.
This is what Bait need to do, though. They just need to, like, group together and just move as a unit. Because you're not winning these fights one-on-one. Like, it just hasn't been happening.
I mean, that's kind of what Spirit Academy's approach on the T side was too, right? It was very packy, like just roaming about and shooting everybody. Good round there. Surprised at the lack of rotation none to be from Spirit Academy. But I guess it gave them a way out if it ended up being that B commit, which it was.
These smokes won't last forever, and Spirit Academy have already used all of them. They go poking and prodding outside. Alcaraz looking at Silo. Robo starts to creep and clear close red, and they've heard that jump, and I don't know that MPL is quite close.
Yeah, I think he's jumping on purpose. he wants to keep the interest here. I don't know whether he was trying to feign a drop down from Silo or what the intent of the jump is, but it does feel like it's, yeah, for this kind of idea. He wants to bait in those peaks. It's a good way to get the opening frag. Robo is still tucked, so MPL, I don't know if he'll be considering a play that close, but if Robo starts to get curious, that'll be to his detriment, unless he catches the timing, which he does.
But now they go back to ramp anyway. Sypho is going to peek his head up in a sec and, well, see everyone. Takes Essential and gets out. And he fakes that he's dropped. But he hasn't, he's still here. Issue is that there's too many players to aim at, but it doesn't matter because Kiyosuke and Robo step in, and that's the round done and dusted. Map point for Spirit Academy.
Yeah, feels like a shame for Bait for how that one plays out, considering it was such a nice way for MPL to find that opener outside. And you feel like if he just sat there and waited, and then the rest of the team took that contact at ramp, you probably would have catch Robo, who might have got curious to push. Then he could have had a powerful flank that could have come through, but that's not the world we live in. Unfortunately for Bait, they are now looking like they're out of chances in this one. Essential with the AK, given a weapon. The Galil, even recovering it is tricky right now.
Look at how dynamic the CT side has been here compared to Bait in the first half. They're exploring, they're pushing. Sure, Robo got caught there, but they've also pushed outside, and that means they can start to move over to bolster the defense just a little bit more. And now you've even got just Alcaren rotating a bit more on a pivot between ramp. I think he just dropped off another flashbang for Sypho. He's just thrown another one to get Kiyosuke on the line for outside. I don't see anything. Nothing ramp, nothing outside. Okay, well, it's got to be A.
Oh, this is tough. Barely any util. A flash and a molly to set this up. It's going to have to be some very clean entries from Bait. Can see all the flames. The timing on that is brilliant. Essential's lucky to be behind that and okay. Alcaran will get the information. The timing is good for that first kill. Remember, Hedrick's incredibly low. Kiyosuke will swing, and this one looks to be over. MPL hits the deck, and Spirit Academy dominate in the opening game of this best of 3.
They really do, and the thing is, it's another day in the office for Spirit Academy. This is what they do, sort of game in, game out. And for Bait, technically their first return to Tier 2 Counter-Strike, and you're going up against one of the hardest oppositions to face at the moment. And when Robo has got over 100 ADR and he's not the person that's performing the best, you know you're going to be in for a rocky time. That was dynamic from Spirit Academy. That was relentless. And
yeah.
Bait never really had a chance.
Yeah, kind of felt like, yeah, there wasn't really any way into that for Bait at all. That's basically, I think, even just coming into this Veto, for them, it was all about looking ahead. I think their recent track record on Nuke kind of speaks to itself. They're not adding any further double-digit results into that list anytime soon. So this is always kind of where we expected this to go. Didn't quite expect it to be so dominant. Anubis is up, yeah, up next. Is there any hope for Bait here, Brandon?
It will be better than Nuke, but when you just kind of get rocked like that, and it feels like you didn't really have a say in how the map went, you couldn't really win any aim fights, then you're in for a struggle, and you're also in a period where you're going up against Spirit Academy T-side on Anubis. It's going to be really difficult. 13-3, our first map, Anubis, up next just after this.
invincible, unbreakable, unbeatable, undefeatable, I'm invincible. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal, I never lose, I'm bulletproof. Best in the game, you all know my name. Can't run now, it's too late. Got winning in my blood, in my DNA. It's destiny, it's fate. Unbreakable, unbeatable, undefeatable, I'm invincible. Unbreakable, unbeatable, undefeatable, I'm invincible. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal, I never lose, I'm bulletproof.
Distractions behind. I will be in the meantime. I'll blindfold my pride and keep hold of my time like it's gold. Faded from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. Saying it'll all be fine. Why sit around and waste the time? Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive.
If you wanna be my love, baby, gotta take it slow. If you wanna be my love, I'll show you what you wanna know.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Think you've seen it all? With Faceit Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Faceit points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, Faceit.
A blowout on map 1, the pick of Spirit Academy. That was Nuke, 13-3. And it wasn't Kyosuke that was kind of leading the charge. It was a real team effort. Mokujin, Robo, and Alcaran all really delivering in different moments. We now go to Anubis. This was the pick of Bait. Felt like they didn't have too many great choices in the Veto to go, but I guess one of their better choices here, but one that's still a very strong map for Spirit Academy.
Yeah, this is very much in Spirit Academy's wheelhouse. It plays a lot into what they want to achieve, and to be honest, look, all their maps are really strong. I think the thing for Bait is getting active, and you're going to have to on CT side Anubis. The most important thing in the CT side, just in general on Anubis, is being dynamic. You have to constantly keep moving, you have to keep pressuring areas of the map to gain information, and if you don't do that, very much like they didn't do on Nuke, then you're going to fall flat, and Team Spirit Academy will run over you. I'm hoping that the B defense is on lock. That's typically where Bait, whenever I watched them, I was actually really impressed with the way that they were able to handle all the pressure being thrown at them on the B bomb site. I expect Headtrick to have a lot more involvement because he was unfortunately just not present. But you're right, our Kadia player to watch in Kyosuke was good, don't get me wrong, he provided a lot of important kills, but it was the others stepping up around him that was proving too much for Bait to handle. If it was just Kyosuke, maybe they would have had a chance, but if you've got 5 players just running around ripping your head off in every single engagement, you can't really do much about it.
Yeah, it wasn't kind of like the main Spirit team where it is normally Donk that's kind of at the forefront leading the charge. That T side was really a concentrated effort across the entire map. And you feel like that's going to translate here onto Anubis. I will say, Brandon, I think the last time we together cast this team on Anubis, they got kind of stomped by Na'Vi Jr. So yeah, it's not necessarily out of the realms of possibility for Bait to take this and force a third. But it's going to be difficult. And you're right. I think it's going to rely a lot more on mobility in this CT side because it was very flat on Nuke. This time they've decided 3 on A main for the pistol. Mokujin looks aware of the possibility, and Cypher looks like he might have some utility to set up this push, and it's a swing out. Alex will find that first kill and a disengage. So good start for Bait.
Yeah, but now you got to rotate over in time. I like this from MPL. Being dynamic in towards mid, he can drop behind them. Oh, and delete Mokajin. So now you need to really test Kenzizor. You need to get these kills instantly. Essential comes around the corner, and MPL helps out again. Finally, all the defense of Bait swarm in an instant and enable the trades.
Yeah, first pistol round for Bait, and it's a very convincing one. MPL dropping out of the window. I like the way he lands on the raised walkway on the left rather than the water, so he lands quicker and he's able to very instantly fire off that first shot, but needed to be quick because they were turning on him. So huge round for both him and Alex, and well held against that attempt in A main. It felt like Spirit Academy had the read on exactly what they wanted to do with that forward setup as well.
Just a deagle for Alcaran, and he's already been naded to below half. You want a bomb plant if you are Team Spirit Academy, but Alcaran, oh bless him, he didn't even get to fire off the deagle. We just got naded, and there's the bomb. Alex says thanks. That's a freebie. Your in-game leader has just given us the C4.
Yeah, it's kind of a minor annoyance in a round like this, but it's still like, shouldn't be doing this. And you bait them in taking too much space and giving over a kill? Maybe. Mokajin is at least able to find one. That's a little bit. So, no bother for Bait. Upgrading the USP talk lock. A 2-0 start on the CT side. You got these 3 MP9s you've kept over. Do you go for something interesting here, like take Canal's control or you know, get aggressive out one of the sites?
I wouldn't hate it, because then you're setting down conditioning that we're not afraid to push you. Because the MP9 did push Canals in the previous round. The pistol round started 3 players walking out A. Sensio and Kenzizor now lie in wait on B. MPL's come over to help out as well with the M4. Molly missed. Kiyasuke ahead of it, and now Kenzizor under extreme pressure. Well, there's the entries on B. 3 for nothing. You get the AKs out. There's only one outcome.
Kiyasuke, did he actually see the player who just killed? I think he just pre-fired through the smoke. Well, you know, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but that kind of felt like Nuke. Very, very blistering. The molly, I mean, it would have been fine if Kiyasuke wasn't that far advanced already, but when he sees that coming down, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to swing ahead of this, and then he just runs him down. You cannot give any of these players any space, and you can't afford to be caught, you know, trying to fall back with utility. You need to be ready for these fights because they are coming at you constantly.
That was a good move as well to call from Robo. He's like, okay, well, if you are going to get aggressive on us and most of that's been put over towards middle, we'll just execute. Kiyasuke can handle himself on his own, and we'll just split. Fortunately, that was the bonus, but you still got a 5-7, you got a couple of MP9s, and you got Kiyasuke blinded by his team's flash. Sypho trades immediately, but there's more help on the way. MPL and the flashes, everyone is so blind, but Team Spirit Academy right now have got the sight.
Yeah, it just feels like whenever they enter into a site, they're kind of just charging in with like a sledgehammer and just swinging. And sometimes they'll like, you know, get caught off and lose a play, but they just keep swinging with another sledgehammer. Waiting for this re-aggression. Bomb not being committed. Robo is expecting a swing to come out. Mokajin gets exploded, and now it doesn't look too good. Relying on Alcaran to come late, but they're already anticipating this. We'll catch off one, and Kenzizor is very low, so this is definitely in the realms of possibility, but the double setup is enough. So despite some reasonable entries to get their way in, that slowdown ends up costing Spirit.
And I think the reason why they slowed down is because of Alcaran's position. And they wanted to take deep space because they wanted to try and cut off the Heaven player. And they were thinking, if we can kill Heaven, we can actually maybe guarantee the rotates over. Alcaran can have deeper space, then we can rotate back. Instead, It feels like they got a little bit muddled in their ideas because Akron's just walked out B and he's gone, well, hang on a second. No one's here. Everyone has prematurely rotated over. So even though they lost that round, it's still good info for the future. But what I will say is it's the CT side of Anubis, and Bait already have 3 rounds.
Yeah, night and day compared to the way Nuke started. Now he found the opener. On to Kiyosuke of all players. See, Mokujin was contemplating playing around that smoke, decides not to. Beta being proactive, they're taking this space in canals off that frag, making the map feel very small for Spirit Academy, but this has left a bit of an opening over towards B. Oh, it's the leg shot. Yorp going by itself. Alcarin is brave and he's going to get caught off. You're not expecting Essential on that angle.
You're probably not expecting Headtrick on this one. Because of that kill coming in from Temple, Headtrick needs to find more, and he does. Fantastic triple from Headtrick. There were so many bait and switches just being employed there by Bait, incidentally or not. But because Alcarin got caught off by a D Temple player, they weren't expecting someone to be so close sight. That's going to force the pistols. Bait can quickly get 5 rounds here. And this is already going to feel amazing.
Yeah, it felt a little bit odd that round. Like, Alcarin just lurking solo with an AWP through middle is crazy.
What a molly.
Spotted. Yeah, nowhere. Kiyosuke to go.
It's actually just a really interesting matchup as well, because Kenzizor as a player is incredibly aggressive, and in this Bait squad, whilst there is room to do that, he has to learn how to play in their structure. But against Spirit Academy, I feel like you want to be aggressive. Good flashbang in, but the timing will catch off Kenzizor. Molly is going to upset these players. Sypho's now got Essential locked in the corner. Burned alive for a moment. Headtrick lays him to rest, and that will be that 5th.
Yeah, worth charging in there, even if you die immediately, right? Because you're just removing that economy from Bait. I rate it. Craze that flash play didn't spot either player, and then they swing on them immediately. Just cleared that guy, and then you're getting shot in the back of the head. This looks pretty straightforward from Spirit Academy into this round. A group up towards B. 3 defenders are here. It's an open site. Edric has the op towards Dark. Good flashbang will force Essential back. They're trying to fluster them as they enter in. Good scaling thus far, and it's a, well, advantage for Bait. The Flames keep half of this assault at bay, and Kenzizor is taking names. Headtrick swings out. And this B hit has not worked out at all.
That's what I was saying just before we went live. The pressure over at B, Bait do seem to mitigate it. The only issue, I was going to say, he's given these 1v1 fights to Alcarin, but Headtrick prevails. He's 10-1. Kenzizor's got 8 kills as well. It's night and day. It's completely different. In fact, all of Spirit Academy have got 15 kills, and that B defense has got 18.
It's interesting. It felt like, considering it was such a big pack of Spirit Academy players that were entering onto the site there, and the initial flashbangs looked good in terms of forcing back Headtrick. He had to fall back off his angle behind Obelisk. You got Essential has to fall back as well. It felt like they had a good opportunity to take space onto the site, but they got a bit separated from each other. The Molotov lands, and it denies 2 of the players' entry, and so they can isolate these different fights.
There's some good mollies being thrown there by the CT side. It really funneled Bait. Sorry, it really funneled Spirit Academy to go like behind the pillar. And then they got a little bit tunnel visioned on Con. Kenzizor can swing out. Just in the ninja position. Essential spots them. Drops molly. Job done. They are sent scurrying back to mid.
Taking a long way round.
No. Oh.
Just taking a bit of time to just chat. It's a good moment just to reset after a pretty fast-paced 7 rounds that haven't gone your way.
I wondered if they were running back to spawn there to see if they could try and sell any of their nades as well. I don't think they were able to. Oh, he's
Oh,
good.
my
He's fine.
goodness.
He's okay. He's okay.
Got a little stuck there in the geometry.
There is a molly to dislodge them over at pillar, but I think it's probably going to be thrown for bricks. Yeah. So Hetrick just takes the angle. Flashbang. Not good enough. Alex prevails, and Bay are destroying on CT side of Anubis.
Complete role reversal, isn't it? Can't even get the second shot off onto Alex to make that feel like did some significant damage. They won't be able to collect the other AK, but that's all fine. 7-1 on your CT side feels fantastic. Spirit Academy, it's felt like every gun round has been an attempt to force into B, at least in the last few, and it's just not been finding success.
They've not really defaulted once, have they?
No, we've seen like a couple of lurks in mid, like Alcarin with the AWP is the only, I think, mid presence I've seen thus far.
We blocked the lurk smoke. And this is what I want to see out of Hetrick. Just being dynamic, consistently being in the right place at the right time. Flashbang good to get Alex to turn for a moment, and that puts Cypher on the angle. Finally, in what feels like a very long time, the T side have got an opening kill.
Yeah, nice way to dislodge the AWP setup, right? And now Alcarin's ready for that repeat from Hetrick, who feels like he needs to take that space. Double layering in middle could still make this interesting full bait. Central looks to catch them on the fade. They might have an opportunity here, but Robo seems aware of it. That timing, not fantastic, but he's able to adjust and good damage onto MPL. So that should be all fine for Spirit Academy to get their second. Found the space in towards A. Bomb to be planted. There is a flank on the way from Kentazor. Getting past Alcarin will be an incredibly tricky task. Could go under the scope, but the flick down is good, and that will confirm the round.
To be honest with you, look, they need all of these rounds now. They can't make a mistake here, Lucy. Like, it has to be 7-5. I think 7, you've already given over, like, too many rounds to a CT side on Anubis. But if anyone could probably bring this back, it would be Kiyosuke and the gang. I've never seen anyone jump on that before. Oh, yeah. That's a safe spot and a half. Did you know you could do that?
Wait, show me again?
Can we go back to MPL? He's on the carpet.
Oh,
Look.
I did not know you could get up on that carpet. He's even showing us exactly the angle. Thank you, MPL. That is cool. You learn something new every day. Doesn't feel like Bay needs to change up too much. Seedside has been working thus far. Spirit have found one answer, and that was off finding a cheeky pick in a main with the flash play, and then expecting that repeat.
Now they're putting a little bit more of even pressure all over the map because you've got the spam from Robo in middle. You've got the nades being thrown over at A main. And that's promoted another smoke being deployed here by your A players. There's no smokes left on A. So now mid control is being applied, a little bit of a squeeze. No one home for Bay either in middle. It's looking like an A split more and more, whatever way you'd like kind of splice it.
Yeah, that'll be splicing A.
And Kiyosuke is just dropping this molly now to push the B players back. It's clever.
Yeah, it's going to keep them rooted, at least for the time being. Although that smoke landing in towards Temple should draw the attention of Essential. Same flashbang to get information in main. The reswing does not work out. MPL has doubled down. Low HP left on both these players, but the fact that no kills came through for the T's really stings. Akron continues to play Lurk AWP, which is such a crazy way to approach it, but working out so far. Robo will be punished on that second peak. 3 players now push through. Mokujin drops a smoke, which is giving him some space. HT doing work, but he's still managing the fight forward. Where is Alcarin through all of this? In the back lines, finds another, and playing around the smoke has found success. Tensizor has managed to sneak in, but I think they're aware they're behind each other. Oh my goodness. He's waiting to see if he can find Alcarin, but the headshot from the heavens. Very, very nice from Alcarin. That got a little silly, but Spirit will take the round.
That's so funny watching that from Alcarin's POV. It's like, bro, he's just looking at you, man. Wait. That's not our team. Now Bait call a pause quite rightfully. They haven't really got any money now. Double stage loss. You just want to save this, but of course you are giving over more ammo to Spirit Academy to get more rounds on the board. Mokujin, up until that little silly goofy moment right at the end where him and Kenzizor play Ring Around the Rosie at Cake, he played that really well in terms of target selection. He drops that smoke preemptively to the right-hand side that, again, creates this vacuum for Bait on the retake. It also extinguishes the molly. They do nade it, so they do make it a bit tricky for him, but the issue you've got for Bait is they've all been peppered down so low before they've even got into the retake in the first place that a couple of bullets from Mokujin, the first one falls, he then plays around the smoke, he spots Alex's bottoms peeking out from pillar, and it's just really good target selection. I think now Bait have been given respect by Team Spirit Academy because they are actually playing like properly constructed rounds. There's a lot more intricate layers to them. A boost up, and maybe that was just a spam from Kiyosuke. Sypho reckons there's another one, and there is. But Alcarin will fall in the meantime.
I think they must have got a hint that that push came through, and he just had that lineup onto main. I think on the jump peak, it was spotted by Alcarin, and then Kiyosuke just lines them up.
This is the right read. The players are rotating over, so there'll be free A to defend this.
Yeah, really good gamble stack, but it is just pistols. The threatening weapons were dropped. So just pistols. Hedrick has connected with a double. Suddenly it's gotten very scary. Mokujin charges forward. Hedrick has found his third. And it has to be Robo on the lurk. Mokujin tries to brute force his way in, and that HE doesn't go far enough. That is the 5-7 that finishes the job. You said Spirit were giving them respect. Well,
no, they didn't.
I don't think they did in that one.
That was so silly. That was so silly from Spirit Academy. You see 2 Deagles rattle off. You've already got space where you can just leave. The bomb wasn't committed. That wasn't the issue. And I don't blame Softic getting on the mic and being like, guys, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's so silly. Do you need to go and fight the Deagles? No. Do you know that there's more than one player there? Yes. That means probably all of them are there. Just leave. Just leave. You've already got a... Well, not enough of rounds to work with anyway on T-side Anubis, and you've just given one away for free.
I mean, all credit to Hedrick, though, with those shots.
Oh, of course,
like,
yeah.
Really nice deeks from a difficult position where they're all trained on you.
He's rocking a 5 KD.
Yeah, called on him kind of at the start. You mentioned he was your player to keep an eye on from bait to go up against Arcadia, player to watch it in Kyosuke, and certainly delivering here. This movement from Alka and take that peek, but look who's on the other side. Oh, the flick connects, but not the killing blow.
Oh, and then MPL gets eviscerated. At least Headtrick can fall back, but there can be a molly towards Temple. There can be a grenade in towards Temple. He's called for help. Essential will answer. He'll be the first responder. Alex comes over as well. But it's this fight here. Sypho versus Kenzizor. The way this one goes probably dictates the rest of the round. But Beta's still being dynamic. They're still moving. They give mid. They let Headtrick rotate over towards B. And that's exactly where the bomb is going.
This B side has been difficult to breach, and you do have that rotation from Essential, which isn't far off if required, and Headtrick is not afraid to stand tall despite the low HP. Kenzisor doesn't have to budge. Knows the possibility of a player lying close, and if Robo drops, it's another sound cue for him. Oh, now the smoke's missed too, just an extra bit of salt in the wound. Kenzisor swings. No second play is here, but Robo swings him. Finally, they deal with Headtrick as well, so they've found a way into B.
But can they hold it? Because as you mentioned, that there's just flashbangs now. There's no block utility. And there's a full belt on Essential. He can drop the molly, but they've already evacuated. In towards Con they go. Difficulty here is no smoke for the bomb. At least they've got kits, but one of them is on Essential only. Mockage is going to try and take first contact, try and bait in Robo. Probably should be the other way around because of the health points. Flashbang. Oh, good enough to get them off the angle. And Bait will stick the defuse and in a very surprising manner take 9 rounds on CT side Anubis against Spirit Academy, who just blew them out on Nuke.
Core one, never gonna settle for none. Stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise now. I'm confident opulence isn't a long ride out. When I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always felt the world was a stage. Yeah. I celebrate one last late night. My whole life ain't staying.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
I'm headed to LA. I'm headed on my way. I'm headed on my way to LA. Headed on my way soon.
Couple thousand miles, throw it on the dash. Shit, the 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you, it's silence. Thought I have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign, yeah. Remind myself why I'm living this life. Look at all the late nights, it'll all come in due time, yeah.
Made for the fight, for the pain and the climb. Tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time. I couldn't just lay by and wonder what I could have made mine. I'm closing on the moment, no one's gonna hold me down.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door. I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home. A couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Well, if you watch map 1, you might think that maybe we've got the names flipped at the top, but no, this is the scoreline, 9-3. Bait did not give Spirit Academy really anywhere to work with on that T side. And now with the side swapped, with Bait on the favoured aggressive side, you wonder, what can Spirit offer?
Yeah, I can't believe it. And now they know it's A at the very least. Robo can, oh, well, drop his smoke. How are you going to throw it, though? Well, maybe it's helped by all of his teammates getting kills. Kiyosuke swinging, but dealt with, and Headtrick scaling heaven is everything for Bait. Provides the relief. The Dooley's swinging for the fences, trying to find something, but Mokajin currently coming up a little bit short. Kenzizor answers the call, and Headtrick follows up. Great space taking by Headtrick to give Bait double digits.
Yeah, like Headtrick woke up today and kind of just chilled out for a bit, and then like
I was gonna say, wake up on map 2.
Yeah, about 20 minutes ago, he's like, actually, I am going to choose violence. I was contemplating for a while, but after map 1, it's time to flip the violence switch, and he is all on board. What a pistol! I mean, it felt like Spirit Academy kind of we're going to win that.
Yeah.
Kisuke gets like a double from, I think it was a double, or at least him and his teammate get one apiece, and you feel like from the position it looked really solid, but then 3 instant kills from the Glock back. There's just nothing they can do. The dual Berettas don't connect. It's an eco. We're getting blowouts on both map picks.
It's actually really funny because obviously the B stream started the same time as us. They have just kicked off map 2 and the scoreline is 0-1. We are 10-3 in map 2. These rounds have been instantaneous, and Alex is instantly deleting players with the Galil. MPL chimes in to help out a little bit, and the whole gang gets in on the action. 2 rounds away from a decided map already. And we've been live an hour.
Yeah. It's been a very fast-paced series, but very one-sided on each map. If anything, that sets us up for a very good decider.
True.
I don't want to write off Spirit Academy just yet. They got the M4s out. I'll hold what I'm about to say, actually. Let's see how this plays out, as it's a lot of aggression towards B early. Can Bait do what Spirit Academy failed? A breach into the B bomb site with a well-stacked defense. Nice little blow in the smoke. Robo's forced back. Cypher close to the pillar is able to hold on for that first kill. And that does dissuade the T's.
A lot of damage on Robo. All unconfirmed, but it will add up later on. Good repositions, though. Robo's immediately walked over. Mokajin says to Kiyosuke, we should probably get aggressive here. Essential is holding for this. The issue is you can't hold against that. That was instant.
Yeah, Spirit Academy looked to extend this one a little bit longer. You tried on B, you lost a player instantly on the entry, you disengage. You try for A, you lose a player before you even get to start entering that bomb site. So you go back to B. At the very least, you have separated the defenders a little bit, and 1-for-1 on the entry. Alcarin swings, and without converting that, it has given a way in. 2 smokes for the T's too, so they can block off some of these entry points.
Robo's low.
Cannot let this one slip. Kenzizor's low too, 2 HP. Check this out, a double up. They're trying to fade the smoke, but no one's actually here. But Kenzizor pushes forward. He gets the information.
Oh.
And that spam is so unlucky, but surely you're not expecting Kenzizor here, but can he actually sneak through? Oh my god, the adjustment. Kenzizor is to perfection, and there's no kiss. An unbelievable way for Bait to win the round.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing from Kenzizor. He holds his shot until he gets direct confirmation of, oh, there are 2 here. Why on earth would you look at Temple? Like, why would you? 2 HP and 2 kills. Bait finds series point, And that one is a big sucker punch to Spirit Academy, who made all the right rotations, made all the right reads. The only one you can critique is Alcaren for swinging immediately after Sipho died in Con. He dinked head trick, he didn't kill him, but there was no trade potential after that.
That wasn't even the play they were setting up for. Kentizol was giving his life for that info play. He ends up being the one that wins the whole thing. Can't quite adjust onto the second. So an opening for Kyosuke, but no multi-kill. And that's been the story. He's been denied that multi-kill impact that he's known for. Aggression. Out B main. Alex has spotted this out and he has support by his side. MPL. Oh, the spray from both of them is a little wild and a little awkward too, as Hedrick will take down his teammate. He's very separated from Essential, so this could still get a little dicey, especially that blow in the smoke, but he doesn't hold for Hedrick, but now he swings. Essential in the 1v2, can't get past these two defenders. So not quite done yet. That one really just came down to a sloppy hold against the aggression from B.
They played that well, Alcaren and Mokajin, because it's Alcaren that blows the smoke, but he takes a wide step to the right-hand side. Mokajin actually takes the contact, and then it's the close swing. And it's always a 2-on-1. 2-on-1, kill. And then they both swing connector at the same time, and they grab that kill as well. They've got what it takes to win rounds, it's just whether they can do it in a consecutive manner. Good nade. And the follow-up, Mokajin just stands in the flashbang. Kyosuke is still here. They're trying to jump spot to get info on any players, and they haven't done that yet. Oh, and the smoke lands behind. The nade lands behind the smoke. Flash through. Kyosuke, that's brave.
Brave is one word for it. Unnecessary, maybe another.
It was stupid. They are still low here, so the MP9 of Robo can come into good effect, and he's taken B main space. So he knows they're not here yet, but he's worried about canals.
Yeah, Robo's kind of looking between these two angles, but it's not going to go that way anyway. It's through to mid. Sipho's position looks very strong here. Tucked in at Nico, can play the headshot position, pop up when needed, and in fact, on movement, we'll see all of them, and he'll line them up as well. Can't quite find Hedrick, who actually had the full HP. With 15 seconds left, he has to drop. He has to drop, and Robo's aware, or he has to save, and it's going to be that latter.
Robo can catch him after time here.
Surely at long range, you favour Hedrick, and yeah, he will be fine. Kind of an awkward save. The rest of the team has about $2,000.
Who's DC'd? MPL. Hopefully he'll come back in a sec, because we've got two essentials. But yeah, you're right. The save is pretty awkward here. Like, they can't really... There he is. You can't really invest into this. So you have to hope that the 1M4 can do damage. Please. Can we... Thank you. Can we just spec anyone else that isn't essential just burst in the Glock? Just on the tech. Oh my goodness me. Shout out production for getting rid of that out my ear. Yeah, look, Spirit Academy can make this look competitive. I'm not saying they're going to come back, because I think that's a little bit out of pocket considering where we're at right now.
No, I'm going to say straight out that this is such a huge scoreline they have to come back from. 12-4. It's just not going to happen. Actually, no, it's 12-5 now, isn't it? So, still feels very out of the realm possibility. I think I don't want to. I mean, I think I might be a little cursed when it comes to this team. I've only ever watched Spirit Academy lose.
Okay.
Like the 2 times I've watched them on Anubis, they've just been demolished.
I'll tell you what. I think the only time I've ever watched them lose has been when I've been with you.
Yeah. So, sorry, Kyosuke fans. You kind of showed up for like the mini donk show, and it's not really been what we've got. Maybe Dust 2, bit of an aimer map might be an opportunity to see more of him.
Well, let's not write them off yet.
7 in a row.
It's hard, isn't it?
Then
CT side. If they do, though, it'd be an unbelievable story.
Yeah, listen, 5-12. Like when you look at that scoreline, when you consider that neither pistol went their way, it's not as like crazy a scoreline as it feels.
I saw earlier today, Sinners, they got 4 rounds on CT, and obviously they're on T side Anubis, but they just won out from there. Their opponent got 1 round for the rest of the whole game. That was pretty impressive. That was against Jame and Parry Vision.
Welcome back, Jame. Welcome back, everybody, to the action. All right. Head trick. The one trick in this one. But if you wanted one guy to have that M4, it is him right now. 23-6.
That's an insane scoreline, actually. 111 ADR. Don't lose against this Team Spirit Academy. I don't think they will.
No. They shouldn't. I like that Kensizel has also got armor, so that if Hedrick does fall, he can be the one that picks up that M4, or if they find a kill, he can also pick up a rifle. So it's a nice way of making this round slightly more threatening versus, say, buying a deagle.
Alcrem thought about smoking camera off there. The Kyosuke was like, hold on a minute. I want these fights. Let's see it then. Split in. Overwhelmed is Kyosuke. Mokujin's run out of bullets. It's what's the pistol. It's happening.
Oh my goodness, there's that rifle picked up. Alcrem will get 1 back, but now you've got 3 players with rifles, and Kensizel's got the armor with that AK, and then Sentry collected as well, but they're stuck behind default. They have nowhere to go, and they're being run down. Kensizel has been the hero for baiting the clutches, but this one is denied by Cypher. That was a saved M4 and an investment of body armor on one other player, and it comes down to a 1v1.
Oh dear. It is all you can really say. Oh dear. Cypho bails Spirit Academy out. But if that's how hard the low investment rounds are going to be, then we're in for a tough time if you're a Spirit Academy fan. The hope is still there, but it's still tricky. In theory, it's what, 3 buy rounds? 4 if it's 12-11, because you got like the Amak 10s, Galils. It's not as straightforward as that, but when you break it down to bite-sized pieces, potentially could be. The only way I think Spirit Academy will like lose some of these rounds is if they just keep over-facing. Like, they've got a tendency to be so aggressive, and Bait have been punishing that all game long.
Yeah, they're not allowing the multi-kills that was happening on Nuke.
Oh, this is a great flash, by the way.
Cypher holds
Oh, he
it,
missed
and...
it.
Oh, okay. The split's coming, and there's only 2 defenders here. Smoke will land, but they won't respect it. They want to charge through. Cypher is the only one still standing. He's run down. And could this be the beginning of the end of this map? Rotations have been fast through Dark at the very least, but Bomb goes down. Robo's loud, and they're trying to really bait out Mokujin and Kiyosuke. HE goes past him, doesn't do a lot of damage. The smoke, they have to wait for it. And Hedrick stands tall. He's been impossible to get past thus far. And it looks like that's not going to slow down anytime soon. Mokujin, the only player remaining. Time is ticking away. There are 4 players standing in his way. He does not even have a kit. And he realized it. Chancer is not here. Hedrick will finish it with a triple. And Bait will strike back.
Probably should put the Kadia player to watch to be Hedrick after that performance. That was absolutely incredible from him and Bait. Full credit to them. Nuke has been a sore point for a while now. They get blown out on it, but they mentally reset. They come back on Anubis, a map that they have only won 1 time out of the last 4 they've played it, and it makes them look like they're veterans, to be honest. They tie the series 1-1, and that leaves us with Dust 2, Lucy.
Yeah, and you kind of said that Dust 2 would be the map that Bait would probably look the strongest on against the Spirit Academy team. So now with Hedrick in particular in this form and what felt like a very flat Spirit Academy on map 2, it's blowouts in both directions. You feel like that sets us up for an exciting decider, but with how it's gone so far, it feels like all the momentum is currently with Bait.
Yeah, no, I can certainly see that, but you can never rule out Team Spirit Academy. All will be decided on Dust 2, as the bumper says. We will go to a short break. When we come back, it will be that deciding map between Bait and Spirit Academy.
Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down. I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now, and then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Yes, every day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. When they tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, fast heart until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now, and then I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, 'cause I got no problems, problems. 'Cause I got no problems, problems. 'Cause I got no problems, problems. Do you feel a little down? Say it. No problems. Let you in, but you out. Sing it. No problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Have none I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Have none I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, 'cause I got no problems, problems.
They told me go to what you love. I never knew what that was, but even when I make time, I think of all I've given up. I wish it wouldn't be so hard, 'cause you're the one that gets slighted. You say I don't make time for anyone, and you ask my mind is occupied. It's alright to vent, I understand. Have you ever lost someone, but know that there was more? I don't wanna be tied, hanging by your side. I don't wanna be tied, tethered to my pride. Hate to waste your time. Go and live your life. It's something that I felt for some time. But as a moment felt time go by, safety nets are overrated. Yeah, if you make one, you will fall. Too much of a temptation. Yeah, there's a comfort in the crawl. Now I've been on my feet too long. I know I'm strong, just looking for some solid ground, so I can start to run. I don't wanna be tied, moving toward my pride.
You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something.
Think you've seen it all? With Face It Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Face It points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, face it.
Well, relatively quick affair on both map 1 and map 2, with each team taking their respective map picks in style. Leaves us to a decider, Brandon. Dust 2, where these two teams will be deciding who takes the win to start off their Challenger League journey. Who do you have to take this one at this point now that we've seen each of them kind of dominate their respective maps?
Yeah, to be honest, like I kind of expected potentially to be at a Dust 2 decider, but I didn't expect the manner in which we got. And as soon as Nuke was so one-sided, I thought, oh, okay, maybe this is too difficult for Bait. But they made really light work at Team Spirit Academy. Was really impressed with Kenzizor and obviously Head Trick as well. But I look at Spirit Academy and I just think the firepower should be outclassing Bait, to be honest. And I don't think we saw the best version of Spirit Academy there on Anubis. And if we get even 70% of what we got on Nuke, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing here. I feel like we're really waiting for Kyosuke to arrive in the server, right?
Yeah.
He's our Kadia player to watch. We saw some moments from him on each map, but it never felt like it was that big multi-kill moment, Donk-esque performance that he's kind of been hyped up to deliver, right? 1.49 impact rating in the last 3 months, 1.32 rating in the last 3 months. And in the series, currently sitting on 1.07. Not even the top of his team. It's actually Mokujin has been kind of the most consistent force across the 3 maps thus far.
The AWP head-to-head is the big thing here, to be honest. The head-to-head between Alkaren and Head Trick really will decide the fate of this game. Because if Head Trick pitches up with the performance he did on Anubis, then it will be tough for Spirit Academy and Alkaren. If Bait get off to a slow start, however, that's where we need to look deeper for this team. But aside from Spirit and G2, who they played last year, they were beating a lot of teams on this map. Sypho's already spotted the whole squad. Oh, in towards tunnels. He gets dinked, but he takes 2 to the grave with him. That is ridiculous. Here comes Kyosuke, and Headtrick's on 1 HP, and Bait are out the round.
Goodness gracious. He hit 3 headshots there, by the way. He did 99 in 1 with the USP on the Head Trick. Head Trick was just like at that range where the USP stops being the one-shot headshot. So basically call it 3, to be honest. Yeah, sorry, Head Trick. This is not going to be your round.
I guess it really was a Head Trick, because he lived.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Can he get
3,
any?
2, and gone.
Oh, that's a good start. That was, again, like a 20-second round. I think we're going to get that consistently throughout this game.
Yeah, give us the Kyosuke Masterclass. I want to see some big moments from this young kid that's had so much praise heaped upon him, and deservedly so.
I saw like this, I don't know how reliable it is. Obviously you see all these like pressers of like on Twitter about like the esports news and stuff. And can we watch Bait kicking the football? Well, let's have a little chat about this. Oh, they stopped.
Oh no.
There we go. Kiyosuke said like he moved out his house or something just to play CS consistently, and it's like how have you moved out? Like you're 16.
Like 5 years
like,
old.
What are you doing? Like how have you done this? And he was like, my family's
cool.
so supportive, and all I want to do is play CS. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it shows all you do is play CS because you're cracked.
It's crazy the generational difference from like
Honestly.
yeah, like parents couldn't get us off the computers. Couldn't wait to get us out doing other things. These days, esports is in a pretty nice spot. The young generation recognized for what it is. Glocks have found a kill, and Robo's a little low. I like this. They're kind of sitting back. It's like, come on, you gotta come peek us. 'Cause if you're on Spirit Academy, like, yeah, I want to get kills. There we go. Kiyosuke. Nice little cleanup. Full house for Kiyosuke. An ace against the Glocks. Nice little confidence booster.
Nice little sticker combo on his hot rod as well. He's got like the how stickers. It's like the little flames that you can put in the pattern. Looks quite nice. Hopefully he'll actually get out the M4 again so we can see it. But no, he's just jiggling his knife. Alcaren's got the AWP already. That's something worth noting.
Prioritized very early. Thanks to Kiyosuke getting all of those kills. They can afford to drop it over.
Oh, there it is. There you go. Look at that.
That is cool. It's the budget. Well, it's kind of like the mid-range HAL. I don't call it a budget HAL. Because odds ain't cheap. Alcaren's AWP will get to reveal itself in a moment. They're even anticipating, but he almost gets both. The headshot and then the leg. Well, now they know it's in the server.
Oh, Kenzizor is hobbling. Still in short. We'll get his smoke off. Swing from Sypho. Info goes both ways. And Kiyosuke thinks, maybe I can get this kill. Sypho jumps up and even tags Essential further. Nade acts as a block. Another smoke goes in. So bait look mid. And Kiyosuke's already there.
And there's the setup, the spam through as well, just to help out. And in fact, that was Sypho from up in window. And I don't think they even want to allow Essential to hold on to this. Already, Robo is looking to hound them, and
He got
he's freaked
scared
himself.
by the football. Yeah.
You kicked it. Oh my god.
Okay, he died before time.
Yeah. Bro, you kicked the ball. Why are you surprised it's there?
It made a scary noise.
Oh, well.
Oh, you wanted something out of Kiyosuke? He's 9-0.
Yeah.
Nearly 200 ADR.
Yeah, and some of those multi-kills were legit, you know, it wasn't just the 5. Oh, God.
Oh no, Alcaren's confident.
Oh, you said when he gets confident.
He also goes for... To be honest, the only way to describe it is just crazy shit. Like, he just does. Like, he will just go for the most audacious stuff now because he's got a few opening kills. Like, genuinely, he will. Watch him.
Yeah, I mean, even on Anubis, I was seeing, like, hints of that when he, like, that lurk mid when he was pushing aggressive. Like, he does seem to not shy away from going for some of the more outrageous fights. And that can net you an advantage. You're never expecting an AWP to be in certain places.
You saw
High
it on
risk,
Nuke
high
as well,
reward.
right? I guess Anubis where he just lurks. Like, sometimes he'll just do that. He just got a feeling. This nade's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it will. Oof, so does the dig. But plenty of support here, so... A bomb plant, even that would have been a huge win into this round, and it feels increasingly unlikely as CT swarm. Yeah, no bomb plant, just that single kill with the Deagle.
Speaking of single kills, I mean, Bait have got 3 all map. Maybe this can change with the Hetrick AWP, but we've already had a gun round, and yeah, 3 kills total. Kiyasuke has 10.
I think almost all those kills came in, like, they got, what, one with the Glock?
One in the pistol, yeah.
One in the pistol, one in the Glocks in the second round. And then one elsewhere in that round with the Deagle. Hide out long.
There we
Oh,
go.
MPL. Okay, that's one way to burst it open. Looked very unfavorable, but he makes it work.
Kiyasuke just wants to fight.
Can you blame him?
No. But at the same time, it does feel audacious.
He's got some support though. Cypher and then the deep flash from CT. Everyone is over here to try and win this engagement. Hetrick will get the trade, but Kiyasuke's still here, and he'll swing this time. Hetrick still delivering. They know that flash came from somewhere. Alcaran moves back, anticipating a lurk potentially. And with this pause, he might be able to get himself into a good position. As long as he just goes up into short and waits there. He has the potential to be incredibly disruptive. He has an incendiary as well, and there's, well, one smoke on essential. That goes for the cross instead of for the plant, then Alcaran could unravel everything.
You've pressed tab, you know he's the AWPer, so I feel like you have to smoke the cross. Yeah. So he now knows that's confirmed. He's got a molly as well, so he can disrupt the plant. He's just holding for the jump up. Good molly from Asensio.
This one goes out in counter, but I think that's not going to prevent this bomb. Oh, Essential's planting in it. He'll burn, and Alcaran will swing. Puts it into the one-on-one. But bomb is planted for long. Hetrick is up on a very exposed angle. If Alcaran can find a way to bait out this shot,
Can he defuse?
he's got that kit. A swing over, and oh my god! He has an AWP on his back, and he swings with a deagle against
I told
Hetrick
you.
and deletes him.
I told you! He just does the audacious. He's got confidence. I don't even
That was
need
a ridiculous 1v2. Even the first swing onto the burnt out essential on half HP, he wide swings from that box.
Yeah.
And just hits that instant shot.
Yeah.
But the wide swing from above with the deagle into an instant headshot that you didn't even have to fire a second shot. That
I know,
was the
this-
one tap.
It's ridiculous. This is actually just ridiculous.
What were these guys doing on Anubis? Like, what?
The best thing is, I bet the team comms are just like, yeah, nice. Yeah, good job.
That's one of the most insane 1v2s I've seen in a hot minute. Like, that was... I think Kenz's was 1v3. Tops it slightly. But in pure mechanics, that was sick.
It's what he does. Wow, MPL killed the short player. That's a ridiculous adjustment from MPL. And now Hetrick's go through the smoke. Kiyasuke says, thank you very much. That's an AK for me.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting Kiyasuke to be there because the AWP had fired off from like the elevator position, but basically that same spot. So he wasn't anticipating the rifle to be that close.
I can't believe he's hit that headshot. Oh,
Dude, I'm
Kiyasuke's now
reeling
just
from that.
in the corner. Alex has to get him out of it, and does. 3 versus 3.
Cypher swings, Kenzel's found him, and now a free open runway onto B. So what looked favorable for the CTs. Oh. Steps into the tail end of that molly when it's doing its deadliest, and yeah. You could almost see that shot connecting. They look to get on the board.
I've been noticing Alcaraz do this a lot as well. I mean, you commented on it on Anubis, but I want to highlight it there. Is he's jumping just ahead of over the smoke, so he can get a lineup for his AWP, or set Kyosuke up on the AK on that instance on Anubis. But it's really clever. It is the smallest micro detail, but it hits the hardest. And look, even though they're saving, they're also looking to do economic damage as bait exit through tunnels. Good news is you can live on the bomb site.
Yeah, it literally... It matters not.
And he didn't get scared by the football.
No. No football jump scares. Spirit Academy are made of sterner stuff. A couple of 1v1s, one out in middle, gives bait their first on the T side. And despite how dominant the first 5 rounds are, well, I was going to say, you know, you can still easily build back into this. But that's not a good way to lose your first kill. You just stand on top of the car, just hanging out. He's like shot out from beneath him.
The thing is, though, is like Spirit Academy are just playing full ego now. Like, they are just happy to take any fight that comes their way. Kyosuke wants to bring a little bit of balance and normality to the structure of Team Counter-Strike by mollying down to prevent them from going middle, locking them in towards short, deep nade from Robo. Only does a trickle of damage, but Alcaraz will be more than happy to post up on this angle because he's got Mokajin holding for that late lurk from MPL.
I think what scares me, Brandon, is, you know, Russian teenagers with full ego in CS is one of the scariest sights you can come up against. Robo goes 1 for 1. Alcaraz, as you mentioned, was nearby and he's still got Mokajin. In fact, both of them kind of holding out for long. They ignore this crawl from Kenzizor. He's low HP. He's going to be locked down by Kyosuke.
Well, they had everything. They had Kyosuke. They also had Sypho pushing short anyway. So they had all bases covered. Even if Kyosuke fell, Sypho was there for the insta-trade. And if that didn't work, you still got Alcaraz. And MPL's dead.
They both spotted each other as they were jumping with knives. MPL adjusted first, but Sypho hits the headshot quicker.
Alcaraz hasn't died.
Impressive considering some of the kills he's gone for.
That's not ideal. Wait, who was that? Not sure. Regardless, we'll wait for one of them to come back. I think it was Mokajin, maybe. Based on what you've seen so far from Dust 2, Lucy, what are your takeaways?
Yeah, I think I kind of touched on this, I guess, on Anubis. So this feels like a map that gives a bit more room for the individuals to kind of just go sicko mode, for lack of a better term, for Spirit Academy, which is essentially what we've seen.
The AWP difference is vast. The rifling difference as well. Kyosuke already up to 13 kills, and even though Mokajin and Robo are like 2 kills, 3 kills, like their impact has been pretty invaluable. Sypho got basically 3 kills on that pistol as well. Like, everyone is chiming in with really good efforts, and MPL, to be fair to him, all 3 of his kills have been entries. They just can't capitalize on it.
Yeah, MPL's an interesting one, just broadly in terms of kind of where he's been at, because it feels like in the first half, even the first half, like 2/3 of last year, he was just absolutely insane, but has been really struggling as of late in the team. I don't know whether that's come down to just the team struggling a little bit more, and he's kind of having a fall off, I guess, having to be in charge of that in a lot of ways. But he was kind of the star of the show for an extended period on this squad.
Yeah. it's actually interesting because he's taking up a lot more of the entry and responsibilities now. And like he, don't get me wrong, like he's got like a good opening rate anyway. But Captain Kirker was the designated opener for this team. Like he would always go in first, and he was really good at actually finding the space. And I thought Kenzie Zor was going to slot into that role. I thought Kenzie Zor was going to be the guy to go ahead. But in certain maps, it certainly feels like MPL is going in first, and then Kenzie Zor is coming in second, or sometimes he's just left to his own devices and going for a little bit more of a lurk play. And that adaptation in role, it's a little bit baffling to me why that's happened, because MPL was so consistent doing his original job. You bring in Kenzie Zor, who typically is an aggressive player, and like his entry and stats on HLTV are technically better than Kenzie Zor, but I don't see him entering as much on this team.
I guess it's inevitable when you do make these changes. There's an adjustment period, and I mean, obviously they've not had really a lot of time with him in the squad yet. So
No, that's true.
Yeah, because we have just come off the back of the player break, right? So it's an adjustment period, and I guess, map 2 was obviously a good showing of the strengths of this roster.
Yeah, I mean, it was normally the Essential Captain Kirker duo, and Essential, to be fair to him, has been going for a few. I mean, if you look at HLTV past 3 months, you can see that Essential has really upped his level, because his entry in is 94 out of 100, which is insane.
I really like that new stat page, because I think it really does help highlight some of those roles that get done dirty by the overall rating.
Yeah. The other game I can tell you about, Zero Tenacity Iberian Soul, that one has just gone to a third map. 13-11 final score. Zero Tenacity take train off of Iberian Soul, and I'll tell you what, if that's 13-11 and they've just about scraped that and that's their map pick, I'd be worried for them in the future, because Iberian Soul looked very lost on that map earlier today in CCT.
To be fair, Anubis is the decider of that series, which was Zero Tenacity's map, right? So
yeah, but then they stopped playing it, and then they started trying to first pick Inferno, and then that didn't work, and then they went back to Anubis again. I don't know. That team is sort of struggling a little bit, I think.
well, I guess when you've been, played the first half of the year, they played 60 Anubises or something in 3 months, some outrageous.
Yeah, they had over
figure.
100. I think they finished the year with about 120 something games.
Yeah,
played
eventually I think you have to adapt, right? Because it's people know what you're gonna do.
I'm really glad we've got to see some of the individuals of Team Spirit just have these just incredible moments. Like the Alcaren Deagle is living rent free in my head right now.
I love that because we saw it from Hedrick's POV, and he could not respond to that situation. It's just this kid flies across your screen and just instantly deletes you. It doesn't even look like he stops moving. Like he was mid-air going box to box.
Incredible. But I mean, it actually makes sense in that situation, because if you slow peek the AWP, he's going to kill you. So he just wide swings him with the Deke. In terms of the technical wars, guys, I'm not really too sure what is happening with it. I know that player is DC'd and we're trying to get them back in. So for now, that's why we're yapping. But we're hoping to resume the game as soon as possible. Whilst we try and sort this out, we're going to go to a very short break. When we come back, we will continue this first half of our decided game between Bait and Spirit Academy.
And we're back, everybody. Apologise for that slight delay.
Sophic, the coach, is playing instead of
Oh.
Robo.
Okay, that is slightly concerning for Spirit Academy, but at least they're in a good leading position. And at least he used to play. I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know how like up to date on all he is, but you imagine he keeps pretty fresh for these situations.
He was part of the. He used to play for a long time on Spirit Academy, just standing in as a fifth because they didn't have a fifth for quite a while, and he was in that era with Donk Artfrost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember him from Spirit back in the day, like old Spirit, Dragon Green Thing Spirit.
Yes. Yeah, he also played for the Academy team when Donk and Artfrost were on it.
Cool. So he's played with the youngsters.
Yeah, and now he's playing with a different cohort of youngsters.
Albeit gonna go for a short play. And Sophic gets up close. Blow on that smoke could have been deadly, but instead he throws it deep, and now the scaling starts to come out. How far do they want to commit here? Mokujin's found safety behind the flames. Kenzizor has no idea, and he's continuing to play the trigger discipline. He wants to get the multi, but he's been spotted as the bomb starts to get planted. He still finds that kill thanks to it being the wrong weapon for the swing. And this is a bit of a brawl on the side. Kiyosuke down into the clutch, the 1v1, and he knows that final play is coming through CT, and he just swings. Despite the clock, Kiyosuke swings.
Can I just give a big shout out there to Sipho? The way he threw that grenade, he like middle click, but he also flicked it, and it just landed perfectly on the heads of Bait as they were scaling in towards the site. Oh no, we've got another tech pause, but it did like so much damage. Mokujin, he got one kill, he then dinked a couple of others as they were trying to trade him, and then that nade was enough. Kiyosuke is 16-2.
Yeah, and every time it comes down to these clutches, they're so brazen in their approach. Like, it's full confidence. Oh, good, we don't have that pan over for long. Oh, and look who's back.
Look at Robo's spawn. Okay, well, he's back again. Sure, I don't know what happened there, but all good. They're going B with Tech 9s.
All right. Cypher held strong on the pistol. You do it against pistols. Well, it might not matter because, in fact, they're in lower tunnels. And Alcarin's found the opening through a blow on the smoke in middle. Robo is getting all the information on these players, and they're slowly whittling them down.
We got Robo POV, and I just realised he has 9 assists. And Alex has... Yeah, 9 assists.
Just like me, for real.
They got a lot of utility here out of the CTs, but look at this repush from Robo. He now knows that they have to be going towards B. And he's even found Kenzizor. Sipho not scared. Kiyosuke probably going to take first contact here, and then Sipho can swing.
Yeah, it's a nice setup. And Robo is just pushing from behind. So even if you make your way through, which you're not, yeah, don't even worry about it. We forgot that Kiyosuke was on site. He swings, sprays down 2, and Sipho was there to help him out for another as well. All too easy against the Tech 9s.
Now, some people would say life game. No, this is just normal game. This is why this young man has so much hype around him. 18-2. Nearly one first half complete. Bait just need to find some kills. And they're going to try long. And they're going into 3 players.
Pure aura. Nice opening kill at least. Success out long as they burst through. Was just the one player helping defend. But now you got a double up at Car. Spotted on top, the AWP. Alcarin is not deterred, despite being seen. That layering of utility makes life hard. They managed to burn one out, and that's not the AWPer. So now you know the other player was there. 3 on 5, and all the defenders are over towards A. Waiting for these smokes to fade. Yusuke plays close. They commit long. This could still unravel for Bait.
It really can. Because Alcaren's going to take all the contact you would imagine. Oh, but Headtrick finds him. Kiyosuke tucked in. Sypho gets a spam through the smoke as well. They need to replenish that now. And you've also got MPL a little bit out of position. Will there be a molly thrown onto Kiyosuke? Doesn't matter. He swings anyway. Alex deals with him. Oh, deals with Sypho. It's Headtrick that actually removes Kiyosuke, but he takes one more to the ground with him. 20 and 3. Bait get a second.
Yeah, it makes it costly. You can see he'd kind of been baited there, right? Because Alcaran falls back towards Goose, and Sypho is very loud about his position and towards short and finds that kill, falls back. And so you think it's very unlikely Kiyosuke's there. I don't think they were actually following a Molotov to his position, even though they had some. But he swings anyway because he needs the kills, and he finds them. He just doesn't have enough of supporting cast around him. Fight out long, flashbang is fantastic. Between the two of the CTs, they manage to stand tall until the reaggress comes through, keeping things even.
Well, long worked well last time, so let's do it again, say Bait. Headtrick tries to get on the angle here. Oh, and will deal with Alcaren. I felt for sure that Orpa was going to get the kill, but no, it's Headtrick instead.
Yeah, Headrick's been stepping up, coming off the high of Anubis, where he was absolutely dominant. Yusuke, you feel like he's definitely going to push this. I saw that coming. Everyone watching at home knew that outcome before it happened.
Oh, missed shot.
Oh, that was an opportunity. Flick actually almost looked like it could have connected. But now you're scared. Do you go back? Do you hope that he's run off? Because he has. This is the right call.
They've already got the idea that they've left as well. It's a really good angle from MPL. Kiyosuke swings the doors. Might not be ready for the close player, though, is MPL. And Kiyosuke adds another one to the tally. Headtrick will cross. Has got the AWP. And he just commits to the bomb plant. Nade doesn't really affect him. Molly in the doors isolates the window fight. Kiyosuke remains patient until Headtrick, of course, pulls out a smoke. And it's an instantaneous headshot again. Spirit Academy find 9. And Kiyosuke just keeps on delivering.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't give them that sort of space to, enter the site. Like, they're not going to respect you. You've managed to get the Molotov out. That's already impressive that you were able to get that out before the swing comes. There was no way he was getting that smoke down. Especially, he was, like, up on the edge, too. Like, not on the plant position, so he was a little extra exposed. Busted in the moment. Kiyosuke's unraveling your advantage.
This kid is something else.
He almost has the combined kills of the rest of his team. He does have the combined kills of the entirety of Bait.
Do they have 23 exactly?
They do.
Wow. And he wants more. Can Bait get a third round? Robo's pushed. Needs to be careful. But he knew that there was going to be probably a flashbang to get him off the angle, so he just replies with a nade. Another one gets dribbled forward as well by Kiyosuke. Robo had a chance to get rid of Essential, but instead moves away, and Kiyosuke wanders in. But this time he can only find one kill. Trades are immediate, and it is a 3-on-3, but Mokujin keeps pressing the issue. These guys will not let you rest.
Only finds one is considered a failure for Kiyosuke at this point.
Yeah, honestly. Like, come on now.
Still feels incredibly difficult to put this together. Bomb's running through towards B, so that feels like where they want to go, and that is actually going to be the more difficult place to take. Although as Akarin moves off, that does offer up space towards this side.
Nah, you gotta get past Sipho.
Sipho is chilling backside. He has an incendiary too. So if he doesn't get split properly, if he can just isolate this one fight and knock the jiggle, there it is. And that's the round. There's just not any time for MPL to plant the bomb, and he doesn't even get a chance to, because Spirit Academy do not give you chances.
What you do when I lay back, holding on to you. Feel like something new. Yeah, got my senses here on overload. All my body is for you to hold. Feel like something new. Yeah. And I never thought that you got me wanted. Never thought that never thought that never thought that that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah. You feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. I feel like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, feel like something new. Yeah. And I never thought that you got me wanted. Never thought that never thought that never thought that that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah. Feel like something. Feel like something. Feel like something.
We wondered when he was going to show up, and he decided to save it to the decider. Kiyosuke does his best work under pressure. 10 rounds for Spirit Academy, 23 kills for Kiyosuke, and they are looking to finish strong.
Yeah. 10-2. It's going to be tricky for Bait. Every game has been a blowout on this series. Every map. Setting out to be a brawl. 4 players on the CT side, 5 on the T side, and yet still an even initial engagement. Despite swinging into the open, Ken still finds the first frag. Flashbang is perfect for him to find some more. Spirit Academy are walking straight into the firing line, and they are getting decimated. Robo trying to answer back and can't do it. Kenzizo, a fantastic pistol.
Yeah, that was just, we've got Glocks, you've got USPs, that means that you've got the advantage of long range, but we'll fight you anyway. That was just the confidence out of Spirit Academy, and it came back to bite them. And it gives Bait a little bit more time to compose themselves. No bomb plant. They're going to have to eco this. Robo's got the deagle. I think you passed that over, to be honest. But Kisuke will rock the Glock. Oh, and Robo will play catch with the HE.
Why is Algarin just jumping with the bomb? Like he's trying to like bait them in the charge up there so that his teammates can catch them out, perhaps. Nice and clean.
Just what you want.
Okay, but now we're gonna have AKs. We're gonna got a hero up for Alkarin immediately, and you can't blame him. Kisuke with the AK could just end it all.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
We'll see. The thing I'm noticing is there's no flashbangs, really. It's kind of poke and prod. But on Nuke T side, they weren't even using flashbangs. Alkarin gets boosted, doesn't see anyone cross over the doorway. But MPL is in short. He does like to make this his home.
Robo just knife up on the crawl. They managed to force back head trick, so they've got themselves an open runway onto A. Look at this gaggle of players in CT spawn. Like they never left where they appeared into the server. The freest plant you'll get for the T side.
Just don't plant long.
There's 4 of them just stuck in middle right now.
Yeah, they can't do anything.
This is wild. They're so afraid of contesting under CT.
And now there's another resmoke deep in towards short as well, so you force them back. Robo on the other side dodges the flashbang, not the second one. It's a wild spray. And they do get 2 kills. In fact, everyone is chiming in with kills here for Bait. It's Alkarin alone on the site. He's got to be careful about Long, and those mollies will force him straight into the firing line of Alex666. Great retake from Bait.
Yeah, you know what? It looked a little silly when 4 of them were pushed back to middle, but that disengage actually gave them a great position to retake from. And Spirit Academy had a single smoke, which was thrown deep. And as soon as they forced through that, there was just no recourse to keep Bait at bay. The flashbang was brilliant. Allowed them to deal with that. If he hadn't shot off initially, he might have gone unchecked from that position, to be honest, if he just given himself that extra second for it to fade. But when that flash comes, you just know they're running at you and you feel you've got to go for that spray. Okay. Beta giving us something to get interested in, as it is going to be a 4-round game shortly.
Alright, Bait, I'm listening. I'm respecting as well. Mokajin, not normally the sniper holder, will try and now go toe-to-toe with Head Trick in mid-doors. Sypho, oh, he's done it. Sypho now starts to push top middle. There is a big flank on the way. I don't think they're going to be ready for Essential in spawn. So the bomb should be put down and it should be regularly scheduled programming, but Mokajin starts to come over. And Sypho's now taking all the space on short in the meanwhile. If Mokajin goes quiet here, when's the penny going to drop for Bait?
Well, probably when the bomb gets planted, it feels. Sypho, the only one with really much to say into this round, has actually been the one that's not got any of the kills, but is in the position to close it.
Oh, I thought they were going to wait for Sypho to get a little bit deeper before planting on long, but instead, yeah, they go a bit early.
Oh.
And Alex can just get the kills. If they waited, if Sypho pushed, and there wasn't any audio cue, then potentially that could have been something. But instead, it's still a good attempt. You're in a 2v5 and you get the bomb plant. Like, that's still fantastic.
Yeah, it's a shame because it really did feel like it's just that I'm very unlucky. Well, not unlucky timing. Alex moves because the bomb's gotten planted, and I think they just didn't consider that a player could have been tucked blue and can't readjust his crosshair, which then leads to a Mokujin who's got no health and a scout. Yeah, 2 kills and a bomb plant in a round that you just brought in, what, Hero AK and a few bits and bobs around it is not too bad. And a tag onto Kensor on the cross. 2 Orps playing chicken, but no one extends. Veto put a lot of emphasis on taking long control into this round, so they will get that easily enough, but Spirit Academy in response start to take short.
But they've been doing this all half. Like, this feels like the expected outcome, just to take short. We haven't really seen a mid to B. They've dropped the left-hand smoke, which has brought a little bit of attention over for Essential. Oh, but it's the flashbang play to get them in. Robo finds the kill. There's that trophy from Kiyosuke, and then Sypho wanders forward in towards middle. You plant for short, you're absolutely fine. Alcaraz drops the bomb because he wants to continue to fight. And there is that Sypho lurk. He actually bails out his teammate Robo from falling. It's a 4-on-2 that Bait can't really go for, and they're already being trapped by Sypho.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have very good options here. You kind of have to fight your way out. Oh, you can see his butt. Yeah, there it is. Nice flick from Headtrick. He's only gets this round if they just keep running at him and he gets the kills, but overwhelmed, Yusuke will find that killing blow. Another multi-kill round from him, and 11. Spirit Academy get their first on the T side.
That was a nice play. Smoke left-hand side of middle. Flashbang goes deep over site. Flashbang also drops down in towards CT. And Robo just plants his feet and gets the kill. And then you've got the late round activation of Sypho pushing middle. That's the most impressive bit. The fact that you've got an extra player there just lurking. And he's the guy you want to be the closer in the round, not Robo. Cool game staging from Spirit. And now Robo's just pushing forward even further. We'll go 1-for-1, so the advantage is still with Bait right now.
Yeah, and Gisu goes low. So Beta in a good position. Still playing the round left, and a good set of utility to work with. Middle looks to be the option. Headtrick's in the right spot, and he hits the right shot, and he is not
so
done.
nice.
Headtrick takes 3 down. And a quad in the round. He doesn't even throw guns to his teammates. He shoots them to them.
That was a really good peek from Headtrick. The second one, he takes 1 step back and he crouches. And you can see just under the wall. So you can see Alcaraz strafing into that right-hand side. And then he's prepared. So he's always got the advantage. Great work from Headtrick. He's now winning that AWP head-to-head. And Kiyosuke's gone quiet. He's only got a couple of kills in this half. Even though his scoreline looks ridiculous. So Bait are really in this. You've now got Deagles, Tech 9s for Spirit Academy. There's every chance that Bait can pull this back. Because if the rest of the team aren't shooting, they're taking a minute of pauses to talk about things. You got them stressed.
Dude, it was a 10-2 scoreline. You can't lose this map. Like, that's an almost unforgivable point. Alcaraz definitely cooled off from the first half, where it felt like he was, what, 9-0?
Yeah. And he's allergic to the bomb. That kill was devastatingly close. Flashbang dodged. Oh, in fact, it wasn't even a flash. But Mokujin opens up long instead. Maybe they don't need Kiyosuke.
Well, they might still, because you've removed MPL and Alex, but Headtrick lies in wait with the AWP. He's been a difficult customer.
The thing is, though, Headtrick's holding such a closed angle that they're not going to peek him until potentially it's too late. Flashbang goes forward, but he doesn't peek off it. And Headtrick has now been pushed off the angle to the point where Mokujin is so close. And again, look at Sypho in middle.
I'm surprised Mokujin didn't swing at any point there, but now when he does, it's a complete unknown. The cross was held. You thought there's just no way someone has gotten here because they would have peaked by now. The patience, rewards, and now on the hunt, Sypho doesn't let them get away. The rest of the team can get it done, Brandon.
Yeah, and look, there was even a flash set up for Headtrick to potentially swing, but he doesn't want to. The rifle support wasn't really there, but Team Spirit Academy just went quiet. And by going quiet, you're putting doubt in the mind, but you're also just sinking the feet further into the ground of the rotates. They're not going to move because they're so worried about Spirit Academy just going elsewhere. Really good work to get Mokujin up there. He just walks. The smoke doesn't get disrupted, doesn't get blown open, nothing. They're putting such an over-reliance on Headtrick. And look, Team Spirit Academy have won the round, and they're taking their final pause of the game.
Let him stew in it. Now Headtrick won't have that AWP, which he's been so prolific with on this CT side. Just feel like if Beta had been able to put together some sort of T side, this would have felt so much more achievable. Again, long, strong contest for Bait. They will get control as Spirit Academy don't contest it this time. Instead, they've got two players in towards upper tons, and then the bomb's making through mid. So I wonder, it's going to be a B split to try and finish this series.
And we're not seeing that yet, have we? We've seen the mid drop from short. We've not seen a mid to B smoke come out and be utilized by the T side. And Robo's just put in the appropriate amount of pressure in towards short. You have got Headtrick still here in the right place, seemingly always at the right time, and Kenzie's all boosted up with the MP9. It's not even a split. It's a fake from Robo, and then they're just going to go straight into two players. Kenzie's all needs to get a multi-kill, and he can only get one.
Yusuke did not stop moving on that entry. In they go. They do lose him, and reinforcements are on their way, but you know, this bomb site's so difficult to deal with. You got Robo on the lurk. He's been spotted, but now they have to be aware of him. Maybe it's an opportunity now to pounce into the side. Ah, no opportunity at all. Sypho slots them down, and he's not done. He just walks out and knocks them out the server. Spirit Academy take the series 2-1. Not without a fight with Bait on map 2, but the other two, oh, very one-sided.
Yeah, but look, respect to Bait for coming back from 10-2 down, right? The fact that they are able to make that look competitive in the first instance is incredible when Kiyosuke had 23 kills at the end of the half. So I think what's good about this Spirit Academy team is there is other talent. It isn't just Kiyosuke. Sypho stepped up in a massive way. His lurks on the T side was so important to getting those rounds over the line because potentially you could see them crumbling. They took a minute and a half of pauses to make sure they definitely got that round locked in. It was great work from Spirit Academy. Obviously, great work from Kiyosuke, but it sucks for Bait because the loss streak continues. That is now 7 best of 3s lost in a row.
Yeah, a little bit rough for them, but all have gone the full distance, you know, that they've played this year so far. And we're seeing flashes of what this team's capable of. I think Kenzie in particular, kind of in his under this bait banner, is we can start to see the potential of this player. And he does feel like he can have maybe some of that more impact that maybe this team's been missing to take them to that next level and to win those crucial games. Because time after time, we see this bait team go deep, someone like the RMR, and they just miss out on that opportunity for that next step up, right? And maybe this is that move that gets them there, but they're in that rebuilding process, readjusting. We can see flashes of it. Head trick, phenomenal. That Anubis was an absolute masterclass. We started to see it on the second half of Dust 2. It's just he didn't have, the entire team didn't have enough to work with.
No, that's the point, though, that you raise, and it is very valid. The fact that it will take bait some time to gel, and especially if Kenzie Zori is going to sort of adjust and then mesh a little bit more with Essential. They need to get on the same page about who's entering, and this team has a lot of promise. It just is going to take that little bit. But if Team Spirit Academy are effectively blowing them out on 2 maps, and Bait ran really close against G2, what does that say about where Team Spirit Academy are at? They move 1-0 in Group C, and that means that Bait obviously moved to 0-1. If you're a Spirit Academy fan, don't worry, because there's plenty more action where they came from. Tomorrow, in fact, on ESL Challenger League, they are... not tomorrow, day after, they are playing Zero Tenacity. And live on the B stream right now as well, you've got Zero Tenacity taking on Iberian Soul. I think Iberian Soul are in the lead right now on Anubis. You can go check out the B stream, but that's all from us on the A stream. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good evening, and we'll see you real soon.
Think you've seen it all? With Face It Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Face It points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, face it.
Darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future scare